It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. In this game, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. This Cavaliers group has been getting things done. They must be satisfied with the way things have gone for them over the first few months. They've played with confidence and composure and have won more than their share of games. We'll be expecting a major air raid here in tonight's game. Two teams that live and die by the long ball. Shaq, we talk about how great three-point shooting helps you spread the floor. Tell us why that's a good idea.
Ernie, extra space can lead to more open shots. And when the guys are knocking them down, it makes it harder to double guys on the block.
But you think about it, Ernie. When you can shoot that three ball, that means the defense has to come out, which creates so many driving lanes and mismatches all over the floor. This is one for the ages.
That's how they beat us in 94, 95.
Oh,
yeah.
we started that.
Yeah.
We started that.
With Kenny's long-range marksmanship.
Yep.
Game's just about ready to start. Time now to send it to Kevin Harlan with the call.
I stopped counting after 7.
That's a record, right?
Yeah, I stopped counting.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
got NBA basketball in store for you here at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavs, live on 2K Sports. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. This game marks the end of the stretch at home for the Cavaliers, back on the road tomorrow. What a story right now for these guys, win after win. It's been a phenomenal stretch.
And coming off their championship last season, that success, I believe, carried right over into this one. They played at a high level all year long and stand poised to make another run at the title.
Not sure if it's cockiness. It feels just like extreme confidence as they enter every game with a bullseye on their back.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, the Memphis Grizzlies keep facing injuries and an uphill battle in the West, but they do not give up. Marc Gasol said, "It's in our nature. We can't quit. We're not going away without a fight. We're going to make you prove that you're better than us." Kevin?
Thanks, DA. Gotta love the Grizz. They certainly take pride in their grit and grind style of play. Now about halfway through the season, Brent, some teams looking great, but we still have a long way to go. We're talking about an 82-game schedule that is meant to put teams and players really to a full test.
Yeah, it's really something. I oftentimes find myself, Kevin, looking back after 14 years of playing at a team schedule for an upcoming season, and I scratch my head and I go, wow, I used to do that? I mean, that's not easy to do.
It's very difficult. I agree. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Gorgie Dang is out there with Leiden, and it's George in at the small forward position.
It's just not easy to contain or control LeBron James. A nightmare when trying to stop him, especially on the drive.
First trip to the line for him here.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
Free throw good, LeBron. And Brent, when you look at the way LeBron has constructed his business empire, hiring his childhood friends to manage it, It's been talked about, but it's been successful.
Well, he's taken ownership, Kevin, of what his career has been, but he's also empowered those around them to have a future, to make a life. And he certainly is blazing his own trail as he's made his way through his career in the NBA.
Outside, Russell. Jang, a screen. Goes up off the pick. And the slam dunk by Russell.
You know, not the most explosive leaper, but D'Angelo climbs the ladder on that one.
It's a pick by Love. Jumper off the screen. Kicks it out to James. That falls. Clean assist by Love. LeBron's got 5 points so far.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Jang, a screen. Pass to Leiden. Three-pointer. Hits the three-point bomb.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trade.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's how you attack. Wow. And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
Back to Russell. And stolen by James. Fires for three. And it's Russell with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The pass to Leiden. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Baldwin the pass to Love. George with the ball. He's picked up by James. George up top. 14 points from him the last game against Chicago.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's James, the 15-footer. Good. He's got 9. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Russell kicks to Zhang. Over Love. Zhang, no luck. Cavaliers trailing. Here's Shumpert. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Cleveland moving the ball around. Baldwin the pass to Shumpert. Clock at 4. Baldwin kicks to Shumpert. A three-pointer is right on target. Shumpert's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Shumpert had such a great year shooting it last year. When he's hitting it, really stretches out the floor for the rest of his ball club.
A 3 from George. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. Cleveland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Love with the screen on Russell. In the corner, it's James. Another 3 for Cleveland.
That's an encouraging sign from Kevin Love, willing to give up his body, something he does on a nightly basis.
Nets trail by 5. To the inside to stop the run. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but threw the foul, and he'll go to the line.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
And the Cavs' big 3 completed with the trade of #1 overall pick Andrew Wiggins to Minnesota for Kevin Love. Brent, if they had to do it all over again, do you still think they make that trade?
Absolutely, Kevin. They brought a championship to Cleveland, a drought of 54 years, and Kevin Love was a big reason why they got to the top of the mountain. So I would absolutely make that trade. Looking comfortable there from the line. Knows he needs to come through for his team at the charity stripe.
Here's Baldwin. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Russell with it. George dishes to Russell. Zhang, the pass to Russell. 6 to shoot. Shoots it up. And Zhang gets it to go. Zhang's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, and you love how Russell keeps his eyes up. Rarely misses a guy when he's free.
Pass to Baldwin. Kicks it out to James. Over to the left wing. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Shumpert, no good. Nets trail by 3. And George kicks to Russell. Zhang, a screen. Russell dishes to Zhang. Here's Leiden. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Near the three-point line, it's Love. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Zhang, a screen. Russell passes to George. Here's LeVert. Zhang with a screen on Shumpert. Outside, Russell. It's deflected. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Kicks it out to LeBron. Tries again. Here's Baldwin. And the whistle blows, so a jam's here for a three-point play.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
The Nets making a switch here. Lynn's checked in.
One shot.
And that one misses. So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against Denver.
The thing I took away from that game was just how dominant they were on the backboard.
Yeah, their rebounding edge was massive. It's a testament to how hard they worked in that game, in and around the rim. Just outstanding effort.
LeBron kicks to Baldwin. James left side. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the three-point and two-point shot attempt averages for Cleveland.
And the three-pointer was their preferred weapon. It can be a risky strategy, but it's one that more and more teams have embraced over the years.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Rubio's checked in. Back to Russell. Zhang with the screen for Russell. Fires the three. Hits it from three-point range. Russell's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
That's feel-good moment right there. 3 of 4 so far.
James outside. Defended by Lynn. Pass to Baldwin. It's a pick by Love. In the corner, it's James. And he finishes nicely on the layup. LeBron's got 14.
He's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
Russell kicks to Zhang. They double him with Love. Here's Russell with the three. Again, Russell missing.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, we don't have a chalkboard here to draw it up, but if you could explain it, what's your favorite inbounds play when you really need a bucket?
All right, Kevin, so the guy goes to the right. He comes off the down pick, and then on the backside, you run the hammer, and you dribble to the right side. You throw along the baseline, but you're looking for the 4-man on the slip, and also the 5-man's popping back for the jump shot. Got it?
I got it. I like the run the hammer. Run the hammer. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Leiden. Joe Ingles comes in for George. And Simmons subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. And here is Lynn. He's coming off a 22-point game against Chicago. They get it back. Zhang, no luck. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Here's Baldwin. He's coming off a 19-point game against Denver.
And guys, in addition to that scoring, he was absolutely tenacious on the defensive end. A complete two-way game for him. Finished with 3 steals, I think, and that was a difference maker.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Nets trail by 7. Outside, Simmons. Here's Jang. And again, unable to change momentum here. Cleveland's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And doing their best to maximize possessions, just staying focused with this lead.
Well, it isn't much, but they've been able to capture some of the momentum of this game and increase their advantage.
There's the screen. Now, here's Ingles. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
And now it's a double-digit lead. Curry's got his first 3 points of the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, they were just pounded on the inside, particularly on that backboard. That was a huge disadvantage for them.
Well, the only way to compensate for getting out-rebounded as much as they did is to shoot about 99% from the floor. Haven't seen that happen.
Nerlens Noel checks in for the Cavaliers. Ingles dishes to Simmons. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Noel, a screen on Simmons. Pass to the chosen one. It's Curry outside. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Jang, a screen. Off the screen. Lin's shot is off.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
And here's a look at some numbers for Howard. Really been a key contributor over the past month. 8th in rebounding. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. The first free throw is good. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And over the course of the Nets franchise history, some interesting decisions. I mean, back in the 90s, they came very close to changing the team name to the Swamp Dragons. I think I'm just going to leave that one right there.
Lin kicks to Zhang. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Zhang's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Nets. And it's Rubio penetrating, stolen by Allen. And now here comes Simmons leading the break, and Simmons slams it in.
He really takes off, just never looks back.
Yeah, by the time anyone even thinks of chasing him, he's gone.
Outside Curry. Rubio outside, back to Curry, lets it go with the 3. Simmons with the defensive effort. So, Greg, how close were the Nets to being the Swamp Dragons anyway?
Well, it needed a unanimous vote of all the teams to change it, but there was one vote against it. The Nets themselves voted against the change, and they had 7 owners who rotated voting duties, and the one on deck got cold feet.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Outside Curry to the wing on the left. Noel passes to Curry. And stolen by Simmons. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Lin against Rubio. A nice shot by Lin. Lin's got his first 2 points.
And Lin plays with a real edge. When he's driving inside, he looks determined to beat everyone to the basket.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Cavaliers on top, up 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to where he is now. He says he remains very grateful.
I wasn't sure, if my career would ever pan out the way I was hoping for, or if I would be able to stay in the NBA. And so for me to be here playing, to be able to know I'm going to play in the game, in an NBA game, it's just, it's pretty cool.
Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lin has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar and certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time, but this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lin.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, they found a little bit of space out there on the perimeter, and they have a shared confidence right now. That tends to breed some success for this team.
They've got Howard. Ricky Rubio is out there with Seth Curry. And there's Nerlens Noel. And it's the chosen one, and it's small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's Whitehead, guarded by Curry. Whitehead passes to Simmons. Baseline J on the way. Here's Allen. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
For the 3. And it's Noel missing. Nets trail by 4. Here's Whitehead. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight for the Cavaliers. Daniels, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And a change for the Nets. Matthews is checked in. Brent, you certainly grew up around basketball. Your dad was a legend. Your brothers certainly played at a very high level. What kind of advantage do you think that gave you, if any, as your career was progressing?
That's funny, Kevin. I can't get away from it. I'm sitting next to you now, and we're watching basketball. So,
I know it. Here it is.
The advantage, I think, is just absorbing all of that stuff. Maybe on a subconscious level, that you're taking in everything about what the profession was going to represent for you, if in fact you got there, and thank goodness I did.
Well, I always sensed you had a very wide view. Your lens was always wide, capturing as much as you could gather.
Yeah, it was like a 10 to 22 on any camera.
Leiden's checked in for Joe Ingles. Whitehead passes to Allen. Here's Leiden. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And that's a rare sight. Usually shooters make the defense pay when they're that lackadaisical.
Howard with a screen on Lin. Parker dishes to Howard. The chosen one passes to Parker. Here's Daniels. Poked loose. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Kicks it to Matthews. The pass to Leiden. The Nets working the ball around now. Whitehead passes to Leiden. He dishes it to Lin. He tries for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They've led by as many as 11 points. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Back to Parker. Feeds it to Howard. Trying to get back on track. Now on the play, basket count, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
That guy hits the gym, Dwight Howard, and using his size and soft touch, he gets these and-one opportunities.
Love checked in for the Cavaliers. LeBron comes in for the chosen one, and a change for the Nets. George is checked in. Nets trail by 4. Outside Matthews. Pass to Leiden. Outside, George. Outside Matthews. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
He used that screen to perfection and got a wide open look to knock down the jumper.
James kicks to Love. Howard, that's in there. Love with the assist. Howard's got 5.
And Howard loves getting positioned down that deep, knowing he's a force in the paint.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Doubled by Howard. Parker with the steal. Matthews with the steal. Allen outside. Over in the corner, Matthews. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Troy Daniels. That is his first foul of the game. Baldwin, he's checked in for Dwight Howard. And the Nets making a change here as well. Russell, he's checked in for Whitehead. Now Matthews. Dishes it to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
LeBron outside. Passes it to Baldwin. Back to LeBron. Baldwin kicks to Love. For 3. Paul George grabs the miss. Nets trail by 4. Launches it. Drains the three-pointer. George has got his second bucket of the night.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the 3 at a ridiculous rate.
Credit the defense wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there. And he made him attempt a difficult layup.
He kicks it to Russell. Here's Leiden. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Daniels, no good.
Wow, just shocked that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
That's a beautiful jam.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpointed.
LeBron against George. Here's Baldwin. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Baldwin's got 10 points in the game.
Well, not a mismatch until you exploit it. That's exactly what he did there from the mid-range.
13 feet away. George, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And we talk about the things that make LeBron great, Brent. The mental aspect of his game probably goes overlooked sometimes.
When you think about the way that LeBron James can be a chess master out on the floor. Wherever he wants the ball, he can set the pieces up where he knows he can take advantage of how the defense is going to play. And his teammates will tell you he can pretty much recall any play after a game that he's played. So him processing the game is on another level.
So both teams making some changes here. Russell with it. He's coming off a 28-point game against Chicago.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line. This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
And the Nets making a change here. Zhang's checked in. And we've seen coaches that yell. You've seen some that show no emotion and everything in between. In your opinion, what's the perfect mental makeup for an NBA coach?
I don't think, Kevin, there's any exact science to what coaching can be. And I think the best coaches just have an innate ability to know when to push buttons, how to push buttons, and to do it on an individual level. There are many times that a coach can make the biggest impact with his player, Kevin, taking him aside and having conversations rather than doing everything in front of the team. And I think the best coaches have a pulse of each player on their team and take the time to go and do that.
George dishes to Russell. He feeds it to Zhang. Outside, George. And the 3 ball is good. George has got 11 points.
Well, after a tough first quarter, it didn't get to him in any way. He's really stepped up here in the second quarter.
And stolen by Jang. George with the bucket. And the Nets lead by 6.
Such astounding shooting right now from him. He is untouchable from the perimeter. What a performance.
James outside. Love with the screen on George. LeBron passes to Love, and it's Paul George with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
The drive by James. Jang knocks it loose. Outside, George. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Love.
And George just has that extra gear. Well, once he kicks into it, he is nearly impossible to stop.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Throw good, Paul George. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Love with the screen on Russell. Will it go? And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Cavaliers have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. First one falls for him.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he hits both.
Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
Now the feed to Jang. Here's Leiden. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Timeout. They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Here's Baldwin. 10 points for him. Stolen by George. It's 2-on-1. And he finished it off with a lay-in. George has got 18 points.
Well, the game's 4 quarters, and after a tough first half, he's found his rhythm in the second.
Pass to Baldwin. LeBron outside. Cleveland moving it around. Shumpert, no good. Nets leading by 12. To the middle. Here's LeVert. Shumpert with some nice D.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Brooklyn's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Russell kicks to Jang. The dish now to George. Jang, a screen. Here's LeVert. Funded by Shumpert. Leiden. Got a hand on it. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And a look here at the shot chart for Brooklyn.
The saying is live by the 3 and die by the 3, and they are living quite comfortably, I might add, out there. You almost expect every chance they hoist up to find its way through the netting. Right now, they are opening up a lot of chances inside as the defense has to respect them when they step up to the line from deep.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Nerlens Noel comes in for Kevin Love. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Shumpert. And then for Brooklyn, Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Leiden. And Simmons subbed in for Paul George. And for D'Angelo Russell, the former number 2 overall pick in 2015 out of Ohio State. Greg, in your opinion, what makes him so special as a prospect?
I think it's all about his skill level. I mean, the league loves players who can handle, pass, and shoot. And he can do all 3 at an elite level. And he's not just a stationary shooter. He can hit pull-ups, a very good in-between game as well. Let's just see if he can continue his maturation process.
And stolen by Noel. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now.
Okay.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Russell with a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Russell's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets.
And smooth release from range. Russell can just do so many things for you.
Here's Baldwin. Ingles covering. The chosen one passes to Baldwin. From outside the arc. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
And the pass to LeVert. Chang, a screen. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Noel's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Kicks to Rubio. Trying his luck deep. And that one is off. The Nets go the other way with it. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight. And I know we want to assume these shots are going in. The defense definitely blew an assignment there, but still got lucky.
Brooklyn leading by 9. And Simmons kicks to Russell. Here's LeVert. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Back to Russell. Simmons sets a screen for Russell. There's the 3. That shot, no good. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Brooklyn. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. New Orleans, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
You know, we got to protect the paint. They're getting way too many easy baskets. You know, that's us communication on front of the post and, you know, just communicating a lot more.
We'll see if those changes stick. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 18 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly, and so far he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Well, Kenny knows about this. I used to do this to his team all the time. Take advantage of you down low. Mismatch. Barbecue chicken alert. Make good entry passes. That led to some good looks. Obviously, a lot of points. When you control the paint, Ernie, you control the game. I was the master of controlling the paint. Shaquille.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Cleveland?
Well, the perimeter D is just too loose. I mean, there's no excuse for letting the team rain that many threes on you. And at that higher percentage, guys aren't fighting through screens. They're not staying with their shooters. They're not helping out. Just bad basketball on a defensive end. They've got to tighten it up on a high level in the second half.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
Welcome back, folks. So much to do here in downtown Cleveland. And East 4th Street right in the heart of it all. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
The Cavaliers trail by 9, setting the floor for the Nets. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Joe Ingles is out there with Leiden, and it's Jang in at the 5 down low. Count it, good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Zhang, a screen, jacks up a three, gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
No one covering. 21 points for LeBron.
How about that? LeBron continuing to find his three-point game. That time looked good.
Russell kicks to Zhang. Back to Russell. Zhang with the screen for Russell. Ingles in the corner. Shoots the three. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Baldwin. Three-pointer. Rebound, Brooklyn. Zhang's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
George is checked in for Brooklyn. Now, here is Russell. Tight defense on him. And Zhang kicks to George. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And the Nets miss again. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Bangs home the trifecta. LeBron's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Cavs. So it's Brooklyn now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Zhang dishes to Russell, passes it to LeVert. Just 5 to shoot. Zhang with the ball. Guarded now by Kevin Love, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's LeVert. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Well, if they had an edge at halftime, they might have lost it. Beginning this half, 1 of 5.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Yes, that goes in. Love's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Zhang with the screen for Russell. He dishes it to Zhang. Pass to LeVert. Just 5 on the clock. Here's George. Second shot opportunity. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
For Brooklyn, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. The Nets also changing it up. Whitehead's checked in for LeVert, and it's Jeremy Lin in for D'Angelo Russell. He hits both from the stripe. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Back to Howard. Here's Shumpert. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Shumpert's got 6 points.
Shumpert doing a good job of getting his feet set and preparing himself for that shot.
Zhang, a screen. Lin kicks to Zhang. And there's the pass to Whitehead. Back to Zhang. They double him with Love. Shot from 12. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. He's got 12. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Down low. And Howard with the stuff.
Hard for the defense to deal with the massive size of Howard. That kind of D does not affect a big guy like him in the slightest.
Nets leading by 3. Pass to Whitehead. Here's the screen. Zhang with a screen on jumper. Back to Lin. Biden passes to George. Zhang a screen. Fires from the wing. Rebounded by Howard. Cleveland's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Feeds to James. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's Whitehead, guarded by Shumpert. Lin from long range. The shot misses. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Outside Shumpert. And James throws it down hard.
And I would say, look out. Right now, LeBron James is locked in.
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Here's Whitehead. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. A baseline J. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him. Kevin Love, such a versatile offensive player who can pass, who can shoot with range. I like him looking to score inside to get himself going, and that's the way that the offense has tended to go. First quarter seems to belong to Kevin Love.
George double team. Here's Leiden. The Cavaliers pull it in. Love's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Howard with a screen on Lin. In the corner, it's James. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And you can't defend Kevin Love with smaller players. He can take him down on the block.
Well, he can back them up a little bit, Kevin. Then go to either hand. Use the right, use the left, and shoot the jump hook over the top. And then sometimes if he slows himself down, has a great pump fake to draw in the contact.
Zhang, a screen. Lin. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You have to respect the concentration level of Lin there. Just doesn't get rattled on his shot when the D whacks it.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Allen's checked in for Zhang. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Curry kicks to Parker. Here's Love. That shot misses. Excellent D there from Allen. Whitehead passes to George. The Nets get it back in a new 24. Parker with the steal. Fires from the wing. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 7 rebounds in the game. Dishes to George. There's a good screen. He kicks it to Lin. Fires it up. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Yeah, tonight his shot's been a bit off, but still, they lead the game.
Here's Parker. Love trying to break loose. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Tony Parker. This is it to Whitehead. He feeds it to George. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 21.
Well, 1 make in 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Love right side. Back to Parker. That's in there. Love with the assist. Love's got 3 assists now in this one.
Got to admire how well Love is playing on the offensive end, realizing that one of his teammates is open, so get him the ball.
Outside, Lin, pass to Whitehead. Here's Leiden, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Love. The Nets haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. That free throw missing. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Nerlens Noel checks in for Love. The chosen one comes in for Shumpert. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Tony Parker. And then for Brooklyn, Matthews comes in for George. And Simmons subbed in for Whitehead. Pulls up. The rebound by Leiden.
A bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yep, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
From deep. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Howard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now the pass to the chosen. Curry kicks to Noel. Curry dishes to Rubio. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Here's Howard. No problem on the jumper in close. Howard's got 9.
Good concentration down in the post. Howard showing great poise amongst the tough defense.
Outside, Simmons. Here's Leiden. 11 points in the game. The feed to Matthews. Shot clock at 6. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Matthews has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Yeah, most analytics will tell you that the mid-range jumper is not an efficient shot, but you see how effective with guys like that it can be.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for LeBron.
This has been a pleasure to watch. The rhythm he has in his game right now, the ease with which he's able to release these shots from beyond the arc. The defense just has no answer for him, and if he's going to continue to make threes like he has, Katie bar the door.
The Nets with the lead. And here is Lynn. 7 points in the game. Allen up top is guarded by Howard. And Matthews kicks to Lynn. They set the pick. And the rejection by Noel.
Just can't find the bottom of the net right now. He's looking frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Matthews.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. LeVert's checked in for Matthews. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Jeremy Lin. Good on the triple. This game has a lot of character here in the 3rd period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
LeVert the pass to Allen. Over Howard. Allen's shot is off. Cavaliers leading. Howard kicks to Baldwin. Stolen by Allen. In transition, here come the Nets. Simmons is running. Goes back up and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Baldwin the pass to Kerr. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Pass to LeVert. 55 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 5 on the clock. Count the basket. LeVert's got 5 points so far.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Rubio dishes to Howard. Here's Baldwin. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Brooklyn's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the 2nd half. Here's LeVert. 5 points in the game. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
And that was an easy one there. Just a missed opportunity.
And sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Screen by Howard. Here's Baldwin. And Allen with the block. Now, here is Russell from past the arc. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Nets lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. And for the Nets, they're shooting for the game at 42%. Ricky Rubio is out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Nerlens Noel. Then there's Howard. And it's Baldwin in at the 3 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here's LeVert. That one, no good. And Cleveland the other way now.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Outside Curry. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Russell kicks to Simmons. Pass to LeVert. There's a screen. Russell from long range. Buries it from 3-point range. And the Nets lead by 1.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
So both teams making some changes here. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, here's the summary of what Jeff Hornacek went over with his guys during the break. He's not satisfied with their effort level. He said, we're not hustling out there, guys. We are not going to win that way. I promise you. We've got to get after it. We'll see how his team responds.
Launches a 3. Again, Russell missing. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Baldwin, he dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
LBJ terrific when it comes to moving the ball. He has a strong sense for when his teammates are open and then when to deliver.
Russell passes to Jang. Ingles with the screen for Jang. Russell from long range. Jang, the second chance points on the tip-in. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Here's a screen by Noel. James kicks to Rubio. Here's Baldwin. Clock at 6. Rubio dishes to LeBron. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. LeBron's got 29.
I don't know. I'm getting the feeling as this game moves on, he's getting stronger.
There's the dish to Ingles. Zhang with a screen on James. They double him with James. Ingles passes to Allen. The Nets making a switch here. George is checked in. Ball's knocked loose. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Zhang, a screen. 6 to shoot. There's Russell with the 3. Cavaliers with the rebound.
I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Here's LeBron, and LeBron throws it down.
LeBron James and his basketball instincts are absolutely incredible. How about that one there?
Nets trail by 4. Now Russell kicks to George. Takes a 3. Drills it from outside. He's got 24.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Feeds it to Noel. And Rubio kicks to Baldwin. Takes the 3. James misses. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And it's Russell in the corner. At the top of the key, Chang. Pass to LeVert. In the corner, George with it. Chang, a screen. And George, here we go. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Two shots.
That free throw missing for the Cavaliers. Love comes in for Noel. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Ricky Rubio. Biden's checked in for the Nets. And he sinks the second.
He was able to tie it up. He has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
A pull-up. LeBron grabs the miss. Cleveland's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Baldwin the pass to James. Fires the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Up against Jang. Back to Russell. Jang with the screen for Russell. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Russell's got 5 points now this quarter.
Feeling out the pick and roll. Russell never looks like he's in a hurry.
Baldwin kicks to James. Cleveland moving it around. The pass to Baldwin. LeBron against George. And the rejection by Jang. Outside, George. Jang with the screen for George. And there's a whistle that goes on Amon Shumpert. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for the Nets. To take the lead. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And really, Lin has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
Baldwin the pass to Love. And stolen by Jang. Outside, Lin. Jang a screen. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Not sure, maybe the pressure of the moment got to him there. A really careless error that might ultimately cost the team.
Cavaliers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Baldwin kicks to Love. On the wing, James. Back to Shumpert. Pass to Baldwin. They set the pick. It's a pick by Love. 5 on the clock. A nice shot by Baldwin.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Passes it to LeVert. Pass to Wyden. He dishes it to George. Jang with the screen for George. Here's the 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And he's been hitting from out there. Defensively, you're going to have to change some things up.
The classic catch-22 guy right here. If you key in on him, you're going to open up other opportunities for his teammates to have good looks.
Outside, Lin. Jang with the screen for Lin. Jang a screen. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Shumpert running it up the court. Paul George with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Lin's shot is off.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
LeBron James.
at the line for two. And the first one at the line is good.
Well, still, Kevin, sitting here courtside with you in that fine suit, it gets me excited that I have another chance to watch one of the greatest players to play in the NBA. LeBron James continues to dominate.
There's a good screen. Zhang a screen. And here's George for three.
Well, he's got both height and length, and that time showed them both.
Back to LeBron. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He's looking for Love and finds him. Here's Baldwin. The offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Baldwin's got it all tied up now for the Cavs. And the Nets with possession here. Lynn with it. Outside, George. No good on the triple. For Cleveland, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. And Shumpert kicks to LeBron. And stolen by Zhang. It's George on the wing. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Lynn's got 4 assists in the game.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. And you don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
James kicks to Baldwin. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And a wide-open look for Lynn. And the Nets, another three.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Baldwin. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Brooklyn leading by 3. And here is Lynn. This is to George. No good that time. Good D by James. To the left side wing. Here's Baldwin. Lays it up off the glass. Now just a 1-point Brooklyn lead.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Well, beating one guy is one thing, but beating 5, heck of a job there. He's got the talent to finish, too.
Basket good. And that's 12 points for Lynn.
And Lynn is no stranger to the big moment. He shines brightest when he needs to with these kinds of baskets.
Off the pick. Oh! And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. The pass to LeVert. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last. .146 left to play here in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Here's Lynn.
Kevin Love got his hand up. That was just enough to alter the shot.
Lynn's shot is off. Pass to Baldwin. There's a screen. Off the pick. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, LeBron is just a terrific player. Has no problem giving up his body with the screen to free up one of his guys. Brooklyn
trailing. We've got 1:13 left to play in the final quarter. Lynn kicks to George. Jang, a screen. Here's Levert, rounded by Shumpert. It's tipped.
Well, it helps to have a guard who can block some shots. Shumpert, a dependable defender who at times can get up to throw things away.
Burnett shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Here's Lynn. Yes! And the foul. And it's going to go on Iman Shumpert.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
No doubt. Professional move all the way. Puts the team on his back when it matters most. Seems like the more that's at stake, the more he rises to the challenge.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Teams outside. They set the pick. Inside. Stolen. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Floats one up. The shot by George, no good. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
It's the Nets now, and he commits the intentional foul.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And Lynn has really carved out a nice role for himself in our league. An effective two-way player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend.
And just like that, this game is a two-possession affair.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're behind by 4. 16 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
.16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's James outside. The rebound by Leiden. And now they foul and stop the clock. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Tons of credit there on the focus level to stay calm in a huge moment, and he ices the game.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're trailing by 6. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To halt the run, rebounded by the Nets, and so they foul intentionally.
That's his 4th personal.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. It's Parker outside. Laces one from 3.
And the shot from Parker there is just so clutch. What an unbelievable basket from him. He just gets it done on a regular basis.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time